I'm thinking I'm a guy like Ilia Topuria. This is where I'm focusing in, and not even the chin no more. Boom, there's a button there. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Fight Feedback. I'm your host, Henry Cejudo, aka Triple C, and on this episode of Fight Feedback, I'm going to be breaking down Islam Makhachev versus Alexander Volkanovski. In particular, I'm going to be picking on Alexander Volkanovski because guess what, guys? People forget, and there's one thing that I'm thinking. If I'm Ilia Topuria, I'm looking at this last damn fight. What are the mistakes that more likely Volkanovski can do? Or how is it that he's actually going to mature and actually become a better fighter through this defeat? This episode wouldn't be possible without our sponsor, that's right, Lifted Trucks. You may be 5'4" of twisted steel and sex appeal, but guess what, guys? On the street, I'm about 12 feet damn tall. So you guys make sure to go liftedtrucks.com and get your lift on. Here we go, guys. Islam Makhachev Volkanovski. I mean, right away, guys, 4 inches. But then check this out. This is what I love about it, the reach. I mean, you could be short. I mean, think about it. This dude was fighting at lightweight, and almost became champion at 5'6". I mean, what does that tell you? And I think Volkanovski is actually more like 5'5". You know, if you guys see my video when I went up to him, I'm like, I don't see those 2 inches. But anyways, whatever. Let's hit the damn play button. I'm gonna take an inch from Volkanovski. Yeah, here we have it. The first thing I see right away, he's a little pudgy, man. Look at the size, man. He's got some of that Mexican lard in it. I don't know what it is, but boom. If you notice too right away, this dude's starting to chop right we're at the inside leg. First freaking 10 seconds of the fight, this dude's chopping those legs. Like he's just going inside. He's letting him know, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, I'm gonna kick your legs. I'm gonna kick your legs. Yeah. Super heavy with that left leg from and Volkanovski seems like he's not like kind of like in his rhythm. You know, typically he likes to go a little more lateral, stayed a little more stagnant with a guy like Islam. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like when you don't move, that's one, guys. That was one that really could have taken him off. Look, about a minute, little over a minute, he already kind of touched up the head. Boom, and then kicking the bottom part once again. You see what I'm saying? Talk about a setup. Look, catches him. It's like when I'm watching this fight, I just feel like it's great to be confident, man. It really is, especially when you had a really close fight. But I remember talking to Islam about this. He's like, Henry, I knew this fight was gonna go 5 rounds. I just knew it, and I believe him, man. Because I fought the same damn thing Anyways, it's not about me. Or is it? Yeah, it goes in for a shot. Okay. And remember, two guys that we had, some things that we have to consider. Ilia Topuria is a former wrestler. Yeah, peppering that hand. Like you figured right now, like Volkanovski would probably go. But the pressure of Islam really threw Volkanovski. I was like, no, you know what? I'm gonna start this from the beginning, man. You owe me one. Boom. And then there it is. I mean, you saw the chopping of the leg. You saw the fact that within a minute in, he already had hit the head. Great stoppage, man. Volkanovski was out. Whenever you see somebody's eyes really roll back or whatever, I mean, talk about a damn kick by a guy like Islam Makhachev. Bah. Yeah. Let him in a little too much. And if you notice too, he partially blocked it, but because there's so much power and he was so close in there, it's almost like he took a very heavy kick to what it wasn't even full power, but it was just right. It was the right space to really put him out. With him even blocking a piece of it. Look. Bah. You know, it's just boom, hit this side. I'm thinking I'm a guy like Ilia Topuria. This is where I'm focusing in, and not even the chin no more. Boom, there's a button there. You know what I'm saying? Was it Volkanovski coming back too soon? Could that hurt him against a guy that really likes power? A guy that's very, very ferocious? I mean, these are the questions that I have. The biggest thing that I take from this fight with a guy like Alexander Volkanovski He wasn't faking enough. He wasn't making an engagement. He was too a little too cautious. Like, I don't know if it was the 5 rounds or the fact that he was a late notice, but he was too much here. In other words, you gotta go for broke. And it's particularly now, does Alexander Volkanovski have a button right here? You know what I'm saying? And it's true, guys, like with an MMA glove, with boxing, it could be a little bit different, but if you get hit in any of these certain spots over here, man, that'll shake your brain. You know, anywhere from here to here. It's not always just here. It's not always in this pretty damn face. If you hit it here, guys, it changes. And for that reason, Alexander Volkanovski lost his last fight. But now, guys, I would like to take it to the 3 T's, the techniques, the tactics, and the threshold. What is it that more likely that Volkanovski needs to do to become victorious against Ilia Topuria? So now, guys, the 3 T's. Where is it that I think a guy like Volkanovski really needs to hone in on? I think it's the technique. I think he really needs to bring that with Ilia Topuria. And particularly, guys, the lateral movements, the fakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, he needs all that. I feel like he was too stationary with a guy like Islam. And again, I don't know if I go back to say, hey, it was because he wanted to kind of pace himself for those 5 rounds, but you cannot do that against a freaking matador like this dude. So the first thing that I would do if I'm Volkanovski is movement. Movement, bring it back. Bring it back. Because you're going up against, again, you're going up against a damn freaking bull, really. It's not even the matador, I'm sorry. Yeah, he is from Spain, but he's more of a damn bull. His tactics. Can you bring wrestling in? Can you take this dude down, even though he's a former wrestler? You know, he's coming here. Ilia Topuria is not gonna change his style. He's gonna wanna exchange with you. Can you make him fight that B side? If I'm you, I'm bringing in this. I'm bringing in this. The movement with the wrestling, because somebody who likes to really press and push in, there are things that are there. And then obviously the threshold. I don't have to say anything about Alexander Volkanovski here. Matter of fact, I'll give him a damn 10. You know, it's there. So these are the adjustments that I feel like a guy like Volkanovski needs to do in order for him to retain that title at 145 pounds. Because there's one thing that I will say, after going up a weight class and then coming back down, you gotta cut weight. Yeah, he is short. Guys, it sucks to make 135 pounds, and I'm shorter than Volkanovski. Now imagine him, and he's got a crazy reach, and he's got a big back. He hurts to make 145 pounds. So the fact that he went up to 155 pounds and then he's going back down to 145 pounds, it's not always the smartest decision. But that is my breakdown. Alexander Volkanovski, this episode wouldn't be possible without our sponsor, that's right, Lifted Trucks. You may be 5'4", 5'6" like Volkanovski, but guess what? On the street, Volkanovski, you could be 12 feet damn tall. So make sure to go to liftedtrucks.com and get your lift on. I'm out.